Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. It's great to be here today. It's great to be a Democrat. It's great to be here at the opening of the Lewiston office of the Troy Dale Jackson for Congress campaign.
Yay!
I'm only going to mention one time. There happens to be a primary for the 2nd Congressional District, and I am honored today to be able to introduce a friend of mine that I met in the 121st Maine legislature, Troy Jackson. Troy and I became friends instantly because as a Labor Democrat, and a Labor Democrat, my definition, is someone who fights for all working men and women, both union and non-union, because non-union people don't have anyone to fight for them. So as a Labor Democrat, Troy and I become inseparable, because the one thing that I do know is he and I are almost identical in our beliefs. What do I know about Troy Jackson? Troy Jackson is the only native Mainer in this race. That means an awful lot to me, because the one thing I want is I supported Mike Michaud along the way in his campaign when he first started out, because what similarities did Mike and I have? We believe in fighting for working men and women. Troy and I served on the Labor Committee together. Our ideals and values were the same thing. We fought for same similar bills. We fought for working men and women. We fought for teachers. We fought for pensions. We fought for all the values that I believe is important. To me, the number one important issue in this race is jobs. Working men and women. Livable wage jobs with benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, most of the other things involved in this race have no value if you don't have a job, you can't feed your family, you've got problems. And I'll tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad that this man is running for Congress. I actually thought about it myself for a minute. And I decided not to, because I'm a little bit older than my good friend Troy. But the other thing is I haven't earned the awards that Troy has for working men and women, because I'm soft in some ways. I have not had the ability to master working out in the cold, and Troy has. I have seen Troy go from Fort Kent to Kittery, all over the state of Maine, with the same speech, the same values everywhere he goes. Working men and women, ladies and gentlemen, health care for all. If you don't think that man knows about health care, you listen to his speech when he talks about he's alive today because he worked in the legislature, because he did have health care on the job, which so many thousands of Mainers don't have. The expansion of Maine Care is a bill he put in. Thank you, Troy Jackson, for that. Troy Jackson has lived his life, just like I have my whole adult life, fighting the man. Fighting the man, because there's a lot of things in society today that those that have more, they want more, and they want to do it at the expense of working men and women, and actually the lower paid working men and women. So often do we take away, the rich and the powerful want to take away from the little guy, whether it's take away their pension, take away their health care, take away their wages. But we have a champion in Troy Jackson willing to take up that fight for each and every one of us. And I am blessed to have him as a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you right now, the one thing he'll do, just like I believe I would do, is he is going to promise, if he promises that he's going to fight hard for working men and women, I will tell you one thing right now. I will stake my life on his reputation as someone of pure intention, pure of heart, willing to go beyond what the average person would do for working men and women. If you're from Lewiston, if you're from Auburn, if you're from Rumford, if you're from Fort Kent, I'll tell you one thing right now. I've seen his record in the Maine legislature, and his main record isn't to try to get to be in Congress. His record is because it's for the people of the state of Maine. That's all he cares about. He doesn't put in these glorious bills to make himself look good, but I will tell you one thing right now, ladies and gentlemen. I am proud to introduce to you the next congressman of the 2nd Congressional District, my friend, my younger brother, Troy Dale Jackson. Thank you, Troy Jackson.